morning, beautiful humans. Let's start seated today. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you today. And if you want to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so. If you want to focus your eyes at a point in front of you softly, that is also invited. Let's take a few breaths to come into this present moment today. Maybe directing your attention into your heart space, really connecting with your own life force today. Feeling your breath going in and out of your body without any effort on your part. And the next invitation is to bring your hands to your belly, connecting with the life growing inside of you. Take a few more breaths to be really present here with this life you are giving life to. With every breath you take, you fuel the growth of your baby. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, I invite you to do so now. As a reminder, today's class is going to be more of a strength building class than a flexibility class because, as you may or may not know, the hormone relaxin is increased in production when we are pregnant, and thus our joints and ligaments become more elastic, and so it's not really recommended to focus yoga practices on flexibility during pregnancy, so we will be focusing more on strength today. So if you want to set an intention for finding your inner strength to match your physical strength, as we all know, pregnancy is a very endurance-based activity. So yeah, if you want to focus on strength, if you want to focus on ease, maybe listening to your body and doing what feels good for you today, knowing that it might be different if you do this exact same practice again tomorrow. So whatever your intention is, taking a moment to repeat it a couple times to yourself. Today I blank. And then as you're ready, you can release your hands from your belly if they're still there, and come onto your hands and knees for a tabletop position. So again, everything today is an invitation, so if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Listen to your body. You know your body better than anyone else, so everything today is just a suggestion and nothing more. It's an invitation. If you want to try something and it doesn't feel good, don't continue doing it. So from this tabletop position with your wrists and shoulders in a line, your knees and hips in a line, again, only going as deep as feels good for you today. We're going to do a few cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly and lift your gaze. And then exhale, curl your chin into your chest and round your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the chin into the chest. Really press to get some space in your shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the chin to chest, pressing into the earth. Continue with your dropping your belly and looking up. As you exhale, curling chin to chest. And feeling free to add on any other organic movements that might feel nice. Maybe rocking your hips from side to side. Maybe changing the direction of your hands. Really pay attention to your body and what your body is asking for today, and doing your best to honor that. Like. Take one more round of cat-cow. And then return to a neutral tabletop with your wrists and ankles in a line, knees and hips. From here, walk your hands out a little bit, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. Tuck your toes, and then on an exhale, shift your hips up and back to come into a downward facing dog. Really pressing your hands into the mat and pushing your heels away from you. If you find that this is not comfortable for you today, you can always modify by staying in a tabletop. It might feel nice to widen your stance here to give yourself a little bit more space for baby. It might also feel nice to bring some blocks or books under your hands to lower the angle of your wrists. It gives you a less steep angle if your hands are propped up on something, and that might feel nice now that you have some more weight in your body. Just noticing with a few breaths here, maybe pedaling out the feet, maybe turning your head from side to side. And then on an hands and slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands, bending your knees as much as you need to come into a forward fold. So really bend your knees, bring your feet out a little wider, again to give yourself some space for belly and baby. And then hang your head, maybe grab onto opposite or maybe keeping your hands on the earth for support. And again, if you have those blocks or books, you can put your hands on the blocks or books for stability. As the baby is growing in your womb, your center of gravity is changing, so different than what you're used to, especially as you continue to grow this other life inside of you. So just be mindful of that, really focusing on what makes you feel stable today. And then tuck your chin into your chest really, really slowly. Start to no need to rush here. Taking your time. Your head is the last thing to come up. If your feet were wider, maybe they come in a little bit more. Maybe they stay there, whatever helps you feel most stable. And then on an inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Reach towards the sky. Maybe look up towards your hands, or maybe keep your head forward. And then on an exhale, cactus your arms, really opening up that chest. And inhale, lift your arms overhead. And exhale, cactus your arms, open wide. Reaching the heart forward, grounding through the feet. And again, inhale, lift your hands. And one more, cactus your arms on an exhale, open your chest. And then on your next exhale, release your hands down by your sides, coming into mountain pose, lifting through the crown of your head, pressing into all four corners of both feet. Really feel yourself strong here. And then bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight into your right foot and slowly start to bring your left foot back behind you, coming into a lunge. So again, stability might be a little different as your body is growing and changing. So you might find that where you used to have a very narrow stance in your yoga practice, it might be a little wider now. That's okay, just notice, and if you feel a little unstable, maybe experiment with moving one of your legs out a little bit more to give yourself a wider base to help you feel more stable. So knee is over the front ankle, coming up onto the ball of the back foot to engage that. And stay right here. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. You could practice cactusing your arms again, or maybe bring them up and overhead. Whichever arm variation feels best for you today. Breathing into this slow lunge. And then on an foot so that the heel is down, coming into warrior one. So your torso is going to turn ever so slightly out to the left. And again, for you, breathing into all parts of your body. See if you can direct your breath, not just into your lungs, but into your belly, feeding baby the life force oxygen, into your pelvis, into your feet as they are strong on the earth, into your arms as they reach out, up, or together. And then on another warrior two. So again, you might want a wider stance than you are used to here, and that's awesome. Listen to your body, hear what it needs, and deliver. Much like you will deliver the baby and deliver what the baby needs for its whole life. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together in this warrior two, reaching through your fingertips, looking over your right hand. And then on an exhale, turn that back foot, come back. Really feel the strength of your body. Stop us from doing things. Our bodies are much more capable. It's our minds that say, wait, stop. So, see if you can quiet your body. Ease into the poses. And on an exhale, for the ball of that lunge, breathing really deeply here with whichever arm variation you have, and then on another exhale, slowly start to walk forward, release your arms down by your sides, coming back into mountain pose. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Notice the energy flowing through your body. Feel your heart beating. Again, invitation to bring your hands to your belly, to your womb. Take a moment to reconnect with your intention. If you set one today, reconnect with baby. And we'll switch to the other side. Release your hands down by your sides. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus those arms open, open the chest. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms open. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, cactus the arms open one more time. Breathing, opening through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then inhale, arms back up. And exhale, arms to your sides. This time, shifting your weight into your left foot. Slowly start to bring your right lunge. So coming up onto the ball of your right foot. Check your knee and ankle in the front. Are they in a line? Again, be a little wider today to help you find that back. And again, whichever arm variation is calling you, arms overhead, maybe continuing to cactus your arms, or maybe bringing your hands together at heart center. Pressing your feet into the earth, lengthening through the top of your head, really feeling your strength. Your body is magnificent. It is capable of so much. Let it prove to you how strong you are. And of course, if you need to take a break, that is also acceptable. Please honor your body, and if you're feeling I need to take a break, then by all means, at any point you're welcome to take a rest in a child's pose or sit in any comfortable position. Honor your body. Bring your back foot so that the heel is touching the earth. Torso is shifting ever so slightly to the right corner of your mat. And again, whichever arm variation feels good today. In this warrior one pose, breathing, And then arms extend, squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back. Again, maybe this is a wider base, warrior two, than you're used to, or maybe you're feeling a little unstable and you'd like to experiment with widening your base. Whichever. Explore. Start to notice what you need to support yourself. And then so right mat, whichever arm variation feels good. And then coming onto the ball of the foot for a lunge. And then as you're ready on an exhale, slowly starting to come back up to the top of your mat and releasing your arms down by your sides. Maybe taking a minute to shake it out, wiggling your hips from side to side, arms side to side. Again, finding that comfortable stance with your feet. Maybe it's a little bit wider to help you feel more stable, and maybe it's not. Just, again, offering suggestions. Everything is an invitation. I'm not there to see you, so you don't have to do anything. And again, invitation to bring your hands to belly, connect with baby, come back to your intention. Noticing any energy that might be flowing through your body now. Really lengthening through the crown of your head and pressing into the earth with your feet. Keeping a micro bend in your knees. And then exhale, release your hands down. We're going to come into an eagle pose. So again, if you have blocks or maybe are next to a wall, that might feel supportive. This pose. So you're going to shift your weight into your right foot and then take your left leg and cross it over your right. So you can foot, so left toes on the mat, or if you have a block, you can put them up a little higher and set on whatever that is. Or like I said, if you have a wall, you might just put that foot up against the wall if you're standing really close to it. And then also, if you need, you can have your hand on the wall for support. Or if you're feeling super stable and super balanced today, you can also wrap your left leg around your right. Just find the variation that feels most comfortable and most aligned for you today. And then with your arms, you're going to take your left arm under your right. Maybe sitting a little in your hip, if they're in eagle wrap arms, maybe squeezing the shoulder blades together. Deep breath. And then on an exhale, down to your sides. Next exhale releases the cross of the legs. Take a moment, standing in mountain pose, maybe shaking it out a little bit. If you're using the wall, you might want to spin and turn 180 degrees so that the wall is going to be on your other side. And we'll take eagle on the other side. So shifting your weight into your left foot, take your right foot and cross it over, maybe kickstand it or set it up on some blocks, or maybe set it against the wall for a little extra support. Or maybe wrap your right leg around your left leg, which feeling strength in your lower body, in your core muscles as you do this. And then take your arms, wrap your right snakes twining around each other. Maybe breathing. A little lower into your hips. Maybe raising your elbows a little higher. Squeezing the shoulder blades together more if you're in cactus. Breathing, keeping that core engaged. One more big breath here. And then on an exhale, release your arms. Next exhale releases your legs. Again, taking a moment to shake it out, maybe twisting from side to side, and then the other. And we'll take another forward fold here. So again, if this is not feeling great for you, please don't do it. But maybe taking your feet a little bit wide. You can inhale your arms up and overhead, bend your knees, fold forward, letting your belly rest between your legs. Maybe reaching for the ground or some blocks for support in this forward fold. And then heel toe your feet out a little bit wider. And exhale, slowly start to lower your bum. And come all the way down to seated. And if that come to seated in any way that feels good. Bring the soles of your feet together. There can be any amount of space between your heels and your groin area as feels comfortable. And then with your hands on your knees, really lengthening through the top of your head. It might also feel supportive to have those blocks or books under your knees to give you a little extra support there. Again, we're not trying to emphasize flexibility at this point in our yoga practice while we are pregnant. That is not necessary because our joints are already going to be nice and flexible. And then on an exhale, you can bring your legs out. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe press or into those blocks, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chin, really feel that length in the upper part of the body. And then bring your legs into any comfortable position. So maybe it's going back into that butterfly pose with the feet together. Maybe it's coming into an easy pose with your legs crossed. Maybe you want to come up onto your shins and sit on your heels. Whatever feels most comfy for you, come into that position. Again, invitation to bring your hands to belly and connect with baby. Coming back to your intention today. Really taking a few moments to notice how you're feeling at this point in practice. And as we move into our final resting pose, feel free to stay here if this seat is comfortable for you and you feel like you'd like to stay here and just sit here connecting with baby. Or if you'd like to, you can lay down. Just remember, it's not recommended to lay on your back. So a shavasana where you're laying on your back is not the most suitable after about 5 months into your pregnancy. So if you're 20 weeks or more along, I do recommend laying on your left side. So if you'd like to lay down, those of you seated who are comfortable, you just hang out there for a moment. If you'd like to lay down, you can bring your left arm under your head as a little pillow. pulling into yourself. You can keep your breath. Connecting with baby throughout your Shavasana. Really, it's any position that feels comfortable to you. If you need to change locations, maybe go lay on the couch or on a bed. Again, this is your practice, so whatever's going to feel most comfortable for you, the invitation is to do that. Take that option. So wherever you are, whether it's seated or lying down, the invitation is to connect with your breath, noticing how the breath feels as it enters and exits your body. Noting that every breath you take is sending this vital life force energy directly into baby. Every breath you take helps grow your child. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana or comfortable seat as long as feels good for you. You can ignore my next invitations if you want to continue resting. If and when you're ready to move on, slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then maybe making the movements a little bigger depending on your position. Maybe you roll your wrists, or if available, your ankles. Maybe you stretch your arms overhead, and if you're lying down, maybe you stretch your legs out. And if you're lying down, using your right hand to press yourself back up into a seat. Inhale your arms up and overhead, bringing your palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, nestling your thumbs into your heart. Take another moment to reconnect with your intention for today. And as you feel your heart beating between your thumbs, take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to connect with yourself and with baby today. This time is so fleeting and such a gift. So thank yourself for honoring yourself and honoring this connection with baby today. I also invite you to take your intention off the mat today. So whether you were thinking about strength or ease or whatever it was, take a moment to think of how you might incorporate that intention into the rest of your day. Yoga is the portal to a life-changing practice, but it's more than just moving your body in asanas on the mat. It's a way of being, a way of living, a way of interacting with the world around you. So take a moment, think about how you might incorporate today's intention into the rest of your day. If your eyes were closed, you can flutter them open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you both have a beautiful, beautiful day.